Well, we're looking very closely at this. The softness seems to be about special factors. So we expect that there will be some recovery in the third quarter. But I think we have room to hike without contracting the economy. Something we call the neutral or the natural rate of interest is closer to 4% in real terms, and if our projections are right, we will be at 3.25% in real terms for the neutral interest rate. So we have room to hike.
Right. Governor, I'm sure you took note of the minutes of the Federal Reserve's meeting also the other day,
yes,
where they did say that perhaps we might actually, there is still also room to hike actually, or they were pretty split as to whether or not inflation is gone or will still need to be addressed. Now, your predecessors have actually mentioned that it's important to take into account what the Federal Reserve does in terms of your calculus. What are your thoughts on keeping in lockstep with the Fed? Is it as important as it was to some of your predecessors, sir?
It's not as important as people think. What we find is that sometimes we do intervene, but what we find that what's more effective than intervention is forward guidance. So we give the market a better idea what we're thinking about down the road, and that's what seems to be more effective. That seems to be what helps stabilize the peso.
Right. And speaking of the peso, Governor, many of your contemporaries in Southeast Asia have mentioned that there's a lot of volatility affecting some of their currencies, from the baht to the rupiah. Can you talk to us and give us the Philippine context? Are you noticing excessive volatility also hitting the local currency? And have you had to step in more often than not to try and stabilize the peso, as some of your peers in the region have said?
There's some volatility, more than usual, but we see it as being an issue of a strong dollar rather than a weak peso. The currencies of our neighbors, the Thai baht, for example, and the Malaysian ringgit, have weakened along with the peso in the last few days.